Hello friends, welcome to Backside Story, Musings of a Gastroenterologist. New post. Introducing my true self to the world. I am imperfect. Since this is my story, I feel compelled to introduce myself to the audience of my blog. I'm neither gifted nor clever. I don't just believe in miracles and wonders, I rely on them. I try hard to be humorous, but alas, often I'm the only one who understands my jokes. Since I lack any unique talents, how am I going to make this introduction interesting, involving, and inimitable? As they say, if you want the people to love you, take the mask off. So let me share with you all some of my imperfections. The only thing about being imperfect is the joy it brings to others. Doug Larson. I hope my ineptitudes induce few giggles and make you feel better about your own self. Number 1. Introvert. I was born shy. It is quite difficult for me to talk to a small group of people as opposed to a large audience. Chit-chat can at times feel ingenuous. I usually don't go to parties to meet people, but I go because my wife wants me to attend. I'm usually playing the role of a wallflower at my departmental meetings. If asked a question, I'm usually the last one to volunteer to speak. Networking to me sounds phony. I prefer to stay inside and ignore sites that get way too peoply. I wouldn't call myself antisocial, but just pro-solitude. One of my thoughts when I was single was, whatever, I'll just date myself. At times, I really wish more people were fluent in silence. Number 2, pessimist. I worry about everything. For example, when my wife was pregnant with her twin daughters, I was so worried about a bad outcome, such as premature birth, that I developed terrible backache, a stomach ulcer causing bloody vomiting, and requiring an emergency endoscopy. I lost sleep when my mom's blood tests showed minimal abnormalities, or when my dad needed a tooth extracted because I just could not stop worrying about all the mishaps that could potentially follow. I am the kind who believes that if everything seems to be going well, you've obviously overlooked something. A more positive way to say this would be that I'm optimistic that a lot of crappy things will continue to occur. Number 3. Indecisive. All the major decisions of my life were taken by someone else but me. My father decided that I attend a medical school. My family almost forced me to come to the US. My marriage is an arranged one, so I did not pick her because if it were up to me, I would still be calculating pros and cons of marriage. Finally, my first job was sort of picked by my wife, since one of her family friends was moving to Minnesota from Iowa. This is despite me being very reluctant to call the bold North my home. I believe that I'm exceptionally outstanding at changing my mind, then making decisions. So I'm not sure if indecision is or is not one of my flaws. Number 4. Laziness. I enjoy being slow and sluggish. For example, in order to avoid gaining weight, I would prefer to curtail my eating rather than start an exercise regimen. I love to sleep. I wake up at 9 or 10 a.m. on weekends and still catch an hour nap in the afternoon on at least one of the weekend days. Although I prefer being still and inactive, I do move enough so that people don't think I'm dead. I hate grocery shopping, taking out trash, and I guess most things that require some form of physical labor. Actually, if I were to win an award for laziness, I would likely send my wife to pick it up for me. My hobbies are reading, writing, and of course, sleeping or daydreaming. One of my friends sent this to me on Facebook. Don't give up on your dreams. Sleep longer. Finally, I am a dreamer. I build many castles in the air. In my medical school farewell speech, I said, stolen from an unknown source, that Earth has limits, the mountain, the sea. But deep dreams of mine are without a boundary. My dreams fuel my soul. However, I have come to realize that dreams require action. As Thoreau said, if you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now, put the foundations under them. Starting this blog is one of the steps to lay the foundation. I'm trying to accept my imperfections, my vulnerabilities, and alter them to help me realize my dreams. I would like to end with this quote from an Indian saint, Sri Ravi Shankar. Retain the shyness and drop the shame. Please share with me your thoughts about this post. Share your own inadequacies or achievements. Help me learn about you. I would love to hear from you. Please share, comment, advise, and subscribe. Thank you very much for listening. Keep smiling.